Hello, pickbreakers and sheep punchers. This is Jury Duty Summons, and I'm back playing some more Minecraft. You can see I've made a little bit of changes to the way this is laid out, and I've added some more water storage. Just a little bit more. I figured it's worth having some extra, and I had some extra pipes, so why not? So I don't know if I showed this last time or not, but I moved that pipe back. Yeah. Currently, these two are running the quarry. When I have them both on, I did this one turned off because it turned yellow, so it didn't cool down a bit. Yep, it's back full of water. I did notice that there are some water supply issues. These last ones won't get water as quick as the other ones will, and so they will go through the reserves and dry out if I don't watch them. So anyway, for this video, I'll just turn this off for right now. One thing I did notice that is bugging me is that I have way too much dirt. It's starting to overflow into this chest, which is not good because this is other than being the overflow chest, it's also to pick up the gems and the valuable stuff. And if that fills up, then stuff will just drop on the ground. Don't want that to happen. And besides, these aren't full yet, but they will fill up. That quarry we got running is huge, so it's going to fill up pretty quickly. So what I wanted to do with that is create a system, a recycling system. Because, you know, recycling is environmentally friendly, kids. Alright, so we're down here. And for this project, this is going to be my first project using the logistics pipes. And so I'm going to this is going to kind of be my first use of them in any real capacity. And so let's see if I can do this right. Alright, so that's my dirt chest there. What I need here is, let me see, I think it's a provider pipe. Yes, so provider pipe. That's configured with a wrench. Items keep stocked. No, that's not a provider pipe. I think we're looking for a supplier pipe then, right? Maybe? I don't know what I'm doing here. Hold on. Okay, yeah, provider pipe. Okay. So we want to include everything in it, so that's fine. But I want to do this other chest over here, the overflow chest. Yeah, you know, I might as well, while I'm at it. So that chest has the dirt. It's just going to provide just dirt, though. Because we don't want it to provide any of the ores into the recycling system, because that would be a disaster. And what's in this chest? Oh, gravel. If we start getting large stockpiles of gravel, start recycling that too. We have just plenty of material to feed to the recyclers for now, I think. So that's good. Okay, they say that you. There we go. This is just the basic logistics pipe. From what I was reading, you shouldn't use. You can use stone transport pipes, regular Buildcraft transport pipes, but you do need to make sure the junctions are the logistics pipe stuff. Alright, so which way am I going? Where am I going here? So, okay, I eventually need to get over here, which is down to my second floor. So let's just do that, and then the rest of the way. Side note, jetpack. Yeah, I built a jetpack. There we go. Perfect. And because I want things to go faster. Always with the faster. Hang on. What am I doing here? No. God. Damn it. Let's do this one, just so it just gets in there going fast, I guess. Oh, There they are. Could have sworn I had some. Yeah, that'll do, I think. And then let's throw another one right there. Okay, that's good. Okay, so those are my stone chests, and I want to. Dang it! Stop that. There you go. So yeah, I want to include the stone chests because those are not. Although those aren't full yet, they're going to get full. So that's the provider logistics pipe. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. We got one left. Jeez, just barely enough. Okay. You know, we can get rid of some of these in here. I'm trying to conserve the use of these pipes just because they're kind of expensive to make. Okay, so you can see how that turned green, went from red to green. What that is indicating that there's a... Whoa, hello. Where's my sword? Yeah, you can't be in here. I'm sorry, dude. Oh, yeah. Anyway, what I was saying is that that little indicator light lets us know if there's a connection in the full network. Oops, we don't want that. We want that. Okay, so the network is propagating properly. And another thing you can do is you can right-click, and it'll show you where all its the whole network is. And that tells me that it doesn't see any pipes down here by the end, which is just fine. That's kind of what we expect. All right, awesome. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We got one more. We might as well. Oh, sorry. I am doing a bit better for my cold, but it's not totally gone yet. Let's see here. Yep, that was good. And let's go downstairs and see what I've done. What kind of mess have I created? Alright, so that's not quite where I want it to go, but it's close. And nope, right there. Ah, damn it. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so next I need some recyclers. I have one right now. Right there. Perfect. Has power. And just want to recycle something just for the hell of it. Yay, it worked. I need some more recyclers, though. Unfortunately, that's just not enough. So let's build a few more. So machine block, smooth stone. So the first thing you got to build is the compressor to build the recycler. And then you need electronic circuits. So there we go. Alright, what am I doing now? Okay, yeah, so the recycler, and then dirt, and then iron ore, and then... Oh, you know, I need more than I put down. There we go. So there you go, that's recycler. There we go. If I wanted to waste a bunch of power, that's just... There we go. Yeah, let's see here. Alright, so the other one we want to do is supplier pipe, I believe is what we wanted. Let's slap one down and see what happens when we take a look at it. Side note, you can see the it's making a connection with the rest of the network. So there you go. It's good times. Oops. So there we go. With a wrench, Items to keep stocked. Perfect. Let me put some down. Some. Oh. There we go. Okay, so here's how this works. Let's say I wanted to start these on dirt recycling. So we put that in there. As soon as we come out, we should start seeing some dirt workers. There we go. So there comes the dirt to go into the recycler. Perfect. So we'll do that with this one. Since what we want to recycle right now is dirt. And you can take this stack, essentially, you know, do that if you want. You can even go higher. For the most part. So yeah, you can put as much as you want. It's made for really supplying chests, but it seems to happily supply these things here just fine too. 16 is enough, I guess. All right, let's supply. Oops. Yeah, so let's get some cobble recycling going as well. Wrong thing. There we go. Look at that go. The advantage of doing it like this, rather than using the distribution pipes and stuff like that, is that this way these things will never overflow. You'll never have just stuff dropping on the ground, and they'll be completely self-sustained. The only issue here is that they're gonna build up on the scrap, and I don't quite have a system to clear the scrap out, so I'll have to think about that. Maybe I'll do the same thing and just send it off over to one end in a chest. I don't know. I may have to just tear out this wall and throw some pipes behind the wall or something. For now, I'll just manually do it because that is so cool. It's going to take a while to build up to 64 anyway, so we're good. For now, manual is just fine. Let's see how it's doing with that pile of chests. Or those all that dirt in there. Well, there we go. It's pulling out of this chest. Very cool. I wanted to get that thing down there. Wish it wasn't raining. Alright. I was hoping I could have it send full stacks, but that doesn't seem to work. That's alright. We're in good shape. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen. It would just start sucking up some of that cobble. Cobble and dirt. I might have it start working on sand later because we have way too much sand. And in fact, I don't care about keeping any of that sand. As far as I'm concerned, it could all be recycled. It was suggested that we run it through a grinder and then make it into glass paint, or make it into glass. So turn the cobble and the sand into glass, and then the glass through an unmet crafting bench into panes, and then recycle the panes. That just seems like too much work to me. I don't need that much. I got enough. I just have enough junk that I just don't need that much. There we go. And that's why I did 32, is because it's going to take. There is some lag between the. It gets up to 32, and then suddenly it stops ordering them, and then it starts going down. So there's some lag in there. So 32 is a good number, I think. If I tried to keep one, it would just recycle one. One thing will get recycled. Then you have to request a new one, wait for it to get there. There we go. Alright, so let's pull a few out and I can show you what you can do with these. Wow. Ah, cool. Got a full stack altogether. Anyway. So one thing you can do is you can turn them into scrap boxes. Which I'll do with this whole stack. Why not? That isn't my long-term goal with this, but there we go. So we got the scrap boxes. And once you have a scrap box, if you right-click with it, something pops out. Sometimes valuable, sometimes not. Ooh. Alright, got, well, junk. Let's call it what it is, junk. Except for that grass block right there. That's kind of cool. Since I don't have an enchanting table, that works out pretty well for me. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with some wooden hose. Your hose. Wooden hoser. Yeah, hold on to that. That's kind of cool. Rest of it, junk. But you can get diamond from it, from the scrap boxes. You can get all sorts of metals and stuff, so you can get pretty much anything from the scrap box. Although that's not what the long-term goal is. Eventually, once you get like a matter, after you have a nuke or a high-end energy supply going, you can feed the extra energy into a matter creator. Matter creator? There's a name for it. I don't remember what it is. But yeah, there's a system where that'll eat. Essentially, you can feed a bunch of energy into it, and it'll take scrap, and then it'll just make matter out of it. And matter can be then used to make all sorts of things, including some of the high-end quantum suits, or the quantum suit, and some of the that kind of stuff. I think you can make diamonds out of matter, but I'm not sure how that works. All right. Anyway, talk to you later, everybody. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.